We're entering our cooling sequence now for the whole body. We'll begin by kind of transitioning from movement into stillness, and we'll close with a brief recovery and meditation at the end. So to start, bring your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance. The toes turn out, heels turn in. Reach the arms up, inhale. And as you exhale, tap a hand to opposite foot. Inhale, reach maybe onto the toes. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. So just adding a bit of rhythmic flow here at the beginning of our cooling sequence to make that transition, letting the heart rate come down. Let's do 3 more. 2 and 1. So we're coming now into a wide stance here, letting the toes turn in, the heels slightly out. And again, just take notice of your heart rate, your breathing. And when you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, fold over your legs. And if you're still breathing heavy, you can let the head stay level with the hips and heart. Otherwise, fold as deeply as is desired here. You might bend and straighten alternate legs, giving some length to the inner thighs, some release there. And then as you bend into your right knee, start to walk the hands over to the right, kind of towards the top right corner of your mat, and then just heavy the left side of your body away from your fingertips. Side body stretch here. Come nice and slowly through center, other side. So bending into the left knee, reaching the fingertips over to the left, heavying the right side of the body away. And slowly coming back through center. We'll start to turn over your left foot now, coming into a lunge. So one of my all-time favorite stretches for cool down is a lunge with a side bend. It's so important to get some space in the hip flexors, especially because they do so much work for us throughout these workouts. As you're ready, inhale, stretch your arms up and overhead. You can keep the fingers and the hands apart, or you can start to interlace them, release index fingers and thumb, and then reach the arms up and over to the left. So creating a bit of length here. You can even start to shift the weight a bit forward until you feel length but not strain in the hip flexor of the back leg. Come up through center. Release the hands now to the inside of the left foot, lizard stretch. So the left shin moving forward, the thigh bones separating. So we're creating some distance there. And then lift the back knee up. We'll transition through center over to the right side. Let the back knee come down. Reach the arms up. You can untuck the back toes. You can keep your hands as they are or interlace fingers, releasing index and thumb. And then up and over to the right. So again, feeling some sensation in the left hip flexor now. Exploring the range of motion, maybe dipping forward a bit, but without feeling strain, without collapsing into the ligaments. Come up through center. Release your hands now to the inside of your right foot, lizard pose. Again, creating some separation between the thigh bones. Moving the right shin toward the end of your mat. And from here, you can keep your hands on your mat. Take your front knee, bring it back to join the back knee for tabletop. And just allow the body to sway here. We'll come into a gentle camel pose to open the front line of the body, coming to a kneeling position here. So you can find whatever positioning is most comfortable for your hands. Maybe the fingers are up or maybe they're down. Wherever they are creating a bit of pressure and heaviness on the sacrum. So encouraging the sacrum toward the inner knees without curling too much under, just a gentle grounding there. Roll the shoulders up first, back, and then down. So we're creating some spaciousness there. Hug the elbows into each other. With an inhale, lift the spine tall. And then as you exhale, move your thighs forward. Draw the sacrum down towards the inner knees, and then feel your spine stretch up first and then back. So really, again, same thing here. We want to feel sensation, but not strain in the low back. So use your hands to create space between the bones of the spine, to give it some room to decompress, to realign. The body is so intuitive. Inhale, come up. That if we create some space in the spine, it naturally kind of comes into better alignment. So we'll create that patterning here. Cross at your ankles, begin to come into a seat. We'll find a seated twist here. There's a couple variations of intensity, so take the one that feels right for you. So we'll keep the left leg down, bent underneath you. We'll start to cross the right leg to the outside of the left knee. So if this is too much, you can also extend that bottom leg long and take the twist from a seated position. So as we prepare to twist, kind of level out the sits bones, lengthen up through the spine. Start to reach your left arm high. And as you exhale, a few options here. You can wrap the arm around the opposite thigh. You can bring the elbow to the outside of the thigh. But wherever you are in the twist, find the depth of the twist first by using the belly, and then create the clasp so that we aren't forcing the spine somewhere that it doesn't have the strength or the mobility to go just yet. So we're finding the range of motion with the strength of the spine first, and then creating some support with the opposite arm. We'll be here a few breaths. Every inhale, lengthening from the sitting bones all the way to the crown, softening shoulders. And then with every exhale, twisting a bit deeper, maybe gazing over the right shoulder now. And then send your gaze forward. Release the twist as you're ready. You can even take a gentle counter twist to the open side. And then we'll switch legs, nothing fancy here, just switching the cross of your legs. Again, that option for the bottom leg to be extending straight out if that's what you need in this moment. Lengthen through the spine, inhale. Reach the right arm high. As you exhale on this side again, twist with the spine first. So using the strength of the belly and the low back all the way up. And then create some support with the upper body, with the arms. Inhales, lift the spine tall, sitting bones to crown. And the exhales rotate you deeper. You can gaze over the left shoulder if that is supportive in your cervical spine. And then gaze forward. We'll release the twist here. You can come to the open side just for a moment. Coming back through center, find your comfortable seated position. Just have a quick head and neck stretch before we come down onto the back. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, the right hand comes down, left arm stretches up and over to the left. Breathe deeply into the belly. As you come up, keep your arm extending towards the sky. Bring your hand to your opposite ear. So your left hand to your right ear. And then encourage your left ear to your left shoulder. You can even bring your right hand kind of around the right collarbone. Create some pressure in and then down to create some space in the neck and shoulders. Being so gentle here so as not to force the cervical spine, Really just allowing it to open. And slowly release that. Let the head and neck come to neutral. Left hand comes down. Right arm sweeps up. Inhale. As you exhale, stretch up and over to the left. Breathe into the belly. On the way up, take your right hand to your left ear. Encourage right ear toward your shoulder. You have the same options on this side, so you can keep that left arm extending out. That might feel good. You might also bring the palm right around the collarbone, maybe a bit lower. Press in and then down to create some length. This is great if you tend to clench your teeth at night or during the day. If you notice, you can really open the muscles in the neck, the jaw. And then release that. Let your arms rest by your sides. We'll come into lying down now. So however it feels best for you to do that, slowly lower all the way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Supine twist here before we rest for a few moments. Let your right knee hug into your chest. Extend your left leg long. Send your right knee over to the left. Cactus your right arm. Gaze to the right. So you can allow the lower body to move here so that you can give the weight of your leg to gravity. Notice any gripping or holding you might still have in the hips. Can you let that go? Even if you have to turn onto the left hip to make that happen, it's okay. We don't have to fix the base of the spine in these gentle twists. Start to feel your awareness, your thoughts and breath slowing. You might even begin to close the eyes in preparation for rest. Come back through center, exchange legs. Left knee hugs in, right leg extends. Send your left leg over to the right, finding that spinal twist. Cactus the left arm, gaze to the left. Same thing on this side. If you need to, you can come on to the right hip so that you can really just let the weight of your leg go. And then we'll come back through center. Find a comfortable resting position. So you can have the legs extended, you can have the knees apart, the feet together, or vice versa with the knees knocked in. If you have a wall handy, a really great way to enjoy this rest is legs up the wall. So bringing hips to the wall and then allowing the legs to stretch all the way up. So I'll demonstrate that one here. Just creates more blood flow to the heart, which tells your body that it can slow your heart rate down. We'll be here just a minute or two to give yourself space to create this conscious pause in your day. And the more opportunities we give ourselves to slow down, the more thoughtful and intentional we can be with our next steps, our next action, our next words. So know that here, that this care, this attention, this awareness you are offering yourself will allow you to show up better for the people around you. I struggle a bit with the terms selfish or selfless. Really, when we are self-full, we create enough for ourselves that we can give to others. Welcome movement back into your fingers and your toes. Let the sensations of your outer world connect with what's happening inside. So bringing awareness and attention back to the body here. You might hug the knees in, let them windshield wiper side to side. Move your jaw around, and let your head and neck sway. And from here, wherever you are, very slowly coming out, making the journey back up to a comfortable seat. Taking your time. Just observing and noticing anything that has shifted in your body, in your mind, in your heart. Let your hands arrive on your body anywhere that feels natural. Offer yourself gratitude for showing up. And with that same gratitude, I want to thank you for letting your body be moved by Lunge.